Hello guys, welcome. Today we'll be showing how to change our hard disk or RAM, and you can change. There are some models of these things that comes and you decide to change your RAM. This model is model 15BB000EX. This HP Core 3. And what you do in this kind of a case, don't forget that the tappers are very, you can see the hard disk. What you have to do, you have to work on these ones. And because the hard disk are always inside, the RAMs are always inside. What you do in this kind of a case, first of all, you have to pull the battery off. Make sure the battery is not available, because the battery is not supposed to be there. You take it off. Don't forget, in this place you have some screws. You're gonna make sure you have all your instruments. You have things like these, a very good sharp card, or you can have something like this, because now you're gonna work on these ones. Work with all these ones. First of all, you have some screw over here. Some screw. What you do is you have to take away this screw. What I do in this kind of a thing is that I make sure that the screws, if you look at this place, if you look at this kind of a place, you see this sign shows that this very screw is going to the keyboard. And I advise you to take away these ones and keep it separately, because they are not of the same sizes. See it? Okay, what you do is that first of all, take away all these ones and make sure that they are kept properly. That's what you do. Take them off. Take them off. You can take away the screws first of all. Make sure that at times your screw might have some magnets. It has some magnet, is going to take it themselves. If not, you have to look for how to take it off, or you have to you see, first of all, these are the things that you do. You take it off, then there are some screws that have some magnets. What I do in this kind of a case, I try to I look for something to separate them so that I don't make errors. Prefer you keep them properly, because this works for something that you need to put back after changing it. Guys, don't forget that this is a open wisdom techniques where we try to explain. And what you do in this kind of a case, you take away these ones and we'll take them off. Make sure that everything screws are off from it. Screws are off from it. Then you have to be very careful. Make sure everything is off from it. Then what you do in this kind of a case now, you see this one, this place, this is where you have your keyboard. In this case, I advise you, because to do it very gently. You're going to look for a very sharp object. You can go for this as well. Something that can go in on it, and make it sure it's very strong. You can support it with something like this as well. You see, you start pumping it out, and when you pump, make sure that you can have it with something so that you don't have some damage on it. Then you are going to pump all these ones out. Pump all these ones out. All these things have to be pumped out. Gonna pump everything out. Seen it? Okay, now you have some space where you'll be able to, take it out gently. You see? At times it's very, 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 difficult. Mostly is the first time. Yeah, you see? And don't forget that, you see, these ones, you have to take away this one gently. These ones have to be taken off. You pull it out. And when you pull, you have to take it out gently. That is it. Seen it? Then in case of you want to change your keyboard, it's very easy. You can replace it and put another one by plugging it here. Over here, don't forget that we are still looking for the hard disk. Still looking for it. Then these are the screws that we have to understand that we need to take away from it. And make sure all the screws are taken off, and make sure it is separated as well, so that you don't mix it with the other screws. See, take it off, take them, and I advise that you can look for another particular place where you can keep them and separate it from the other one, so that by the time you are able to want to fix it back, it will be easy to be accessible. That is it. What else? We have one here. Then we have first screw. Then we have to make sure that everything is off from it. Okay, we still have one here. Still have one here. Then I advise that you can look for another sellotape as well, and keep them on a safer place so that you don't miss them. Depends on where you're working. Depends on where you're working. Now, what you do in the other one is you have to look for how to pump it out, because these things are very, very delicate. But we are going to separate the motherboard now. You see, we're going to separate it. We're going to separate it. You have to be very, very careful about it. Yeah, have to be very careful. You see, and make sure there is no screw left, because and you see, be very careful. Now, don't forget that we have some pin over here. You need to take away these pins. Yeah, you need to take them off. You can use your fingers. Be very careful. You see, and you can pump it out. You see, pump it out. Now we have one here, one here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna draw it. You see, to separate it, because there is no way you can take away this one without taking away these ones. You see, now you have it. Now let's try and see. If not, work on it again. You see, coming out, coming out. You see, this is where we have separation of this. Sorry. Okay. Then this is the hard disk. This way you add the hard disk. What you do is just 1, 2, 3, take it off. Take away the hard disk. It's the same thing that applies to your RAM, your hard disk and RAM, yeah? Just take them off. You see it, you pull it, and you take it off. You take this one and replace your hard disk. You get another hard disk and put it back. This is how you take away your hard disk. In case of you want to take away your RAM, you just take away these ones, take them off and pull it and change your RAM and put it back. It's very easy as you can ever imagine. You know, these are how you can work on it. These are, you know, the component of the computers we should have there. It's very easy. You have to be very careful with delegates. Now when you replace your hard disk and you put another one, you just go back to the screw and screw them up. Exactly the same thing you do to the RAM as well. You just screw them up. Screw them up. Screw them up. Screw them up. Yeah. Then these ones are done. And make sure everything is intact. You take your motherboard again, which you took away from it from the beginning, and you just try to place it back. Try to place it back. You see, it's easy. See, it's easy. And make sure everything is placed on it back. You've seen it. Don't forget that we took this one out, and you have to put it back. You have to be very careful. There's a line on it, and make sure the lines are, you know, intact. It's on the same state with it. Because these are the mouse where you can, you know, then you have to fix it back. Then fix it back. And this one you have to be very careful because it's very delicate. See it? That's it. You see it? That is it, guys. See? Then you fix it on it. Go back and you take, first of all, don't forget that we have to screw it back. This is the screw you took. Put it back again. Take away the screws. We're going to take away. We're going to put on back the screws, the one you took from it. Yeah. Don't forget that the screws are going to be written on it. You see, these are the names. Then you make sure that everything is locked properly. Everything is fixed back properly. See? And these are it. You have what you're gonna do is you have to make sure that you don't need to be fixed back. You're gonna take it and you're gonna fix it on it. And when you fix it, and that is it. You take your keyboards and make sure the lines are intact on it. So the lines should be intact, and make sure it's fixed properly. Then you're going to make sure that these ones are on the right tracks. We're going to press it on it and be very careful so that we don't have some damages on it. See? See? Now you coupling back everything again. Then you go back to all the screws you took away from it and make sure that they are impacts. And this one was the tool we have over here. That is one thing you have to understand. That is why I told you that you don't get confused over it. What I do, I bring out everything the way because you know at times you have a lot of screws with you. You put it back, that you don't make any mistakes, and you fix them back wherever they came from. That is it. Fix everything back on it. The screws, you see, you will not get confused over the screw. You see it? Okay, guys. You just take the screw and fix them back. Okay guys, I think we are done. This one is not a big deal, you know. Just screw them back and make sure that they are all intact. Yeah, and that is it. You see, it's done. Then you can put back your battery and on your computer. Then you do whatever you want to do with it. You want to make a new installation, you want to check how the RAM works after putting it. Okay guys, don't forget, this is a Open Wizard Techniques. It's a place where we try to, you know, explain some of works you can do at home. And I wish you good luck. Please give me a like button and subscribe please, so that by doing this you're showing us love. Anytime we are up to a new updates, we'll let you know. Thank you. God bless.